Getting a lot of attention during these winter games, but about 10 years ago, the city was being noticed for two first-of-their-kind apartment buildings called the Vertical Forest, which is exactly as it sounds. Alicia Lewis is there to explain. Alicia.
Good morning. Yeah, if you're wondering why I chose this spot today, you had to see this. I'm going to get behind my camera and pan up so you can see the Vertical Forest. These are two buildings built with tens of thousands of plants and trees. Yes, trees on them. They're trying to bring more nature into the city.
Milan, Italy is filled with some amazing architecture that for more than a decade
15 years ago, I had the opportunity to design two towers.
has included two apartment buildings covered from top to bottom in plants.
Fantastic. This is rosmarino and this is salvia. So
They're called the Vertical Forests and were designed by Italian architect Stefano
I'm
Borelli,
Stefano Boeri.
who wants to reimagine how cities are built by incorporating more trees and nature into the construction.
A substantial component of architecture.
These two Milan apartment buildings have 20,000 plants and trees growing on them.
21,000 plants, more than 850 trees and 5,000 shrubs and a lot of different kind of plants, as you can see.
Vegetation picked because they grow well with varying heat, moisture, and being planted on the side of a building.
Specific humidity or the windy condition that you could have in a different part of the buildings.
On the south face has trees that keep their leaves cooling apartments in the summer, while reducing 30 tons of CO2 each year and producing 19 tons of oxygen every year.
They shade the facade and that's reduce the consumption of energy.
The plants also help reduce noise from the city streets below, and there are more and more buildings like these popping up in cities all over the world.
Brussels, in Holland, in Egypt, in China, many in China.
First started here in Milan, where the Vertical Forest is always changing.
That's a building that changes every season, sometimes change every day, every hour of the day.
And creates a unique living space for humans and birds.
130 families of humans, more than 20 species of birds that are nesting here.
And a community of living trees right at home above the city of Milan.
Living nature and architecture, living nature and buildings.
It's the future. I wish I could see it in the summertime. It's still pretty spectacular, even with the dead leaves on it. But yeah, Jason, the only thing I can compare it to in Minneapolis, which, by the way, Meet Minneapolis goes city by nature. That's their slogan, is the Target Center, which has grass on top of it. But I would like to see more of this in the Twin Cities.
I was thinking that exact same thing. I would love to have that here. I don't know if our climate would support it, but that would be so cool. I could see the Twin Cities embracing something like this.
I kind of did a little, when I lived in an apartment building, I did like a little garden. I killed it, so there's that. You have to keep them alive, but this is pretty cool.
That's the biggest challenge there. Alicia, really cool story. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.